Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Frank again. Can somebody please check the current weather report in hell? Because I think it just froze over. I'm talking about, of course, Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, aka arguably professional wrestling's largest and most popular organization. Decision to officially induct former champion Bruno Sammartino into its Hall of Fame this April, on the evening prior to the annual WWE WrestleMania event. Now here's the $64,000 question. For an organization which has been holding this Hall of Fame ceremony for approximately the past 10 years, what the heck took so long to induct Sammartino with this prestigious honor? Current WWE announcer, as well as previously inducted Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, referred to Sammartino as probably the most deserving individual to ever be inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Personally, I couldn't agree more with that particular statement. So why wasn't Sammartino part of the very first wave of inductees into this Hall of Fame? It was 100% the fault of WWE owner and chairman Vince McMahon. Apparently, Bruno Sammartino has a son, David, who was a pro wrestler in the WWE. McMahon was forced to terminate David Sammartino from the wrestling circuit after a short period of time because of alleged illegal drug abuse. Several months following the firing of his son, Bruno had made a few national TV appearances, such as The Larry King Show, calling out Vince McMahon for the rampant steroid abuse taking place amongst the professional wrestlers, some of which ended up in death. Another controversy that was plaguing the WWE at that time was the gay harassment and assault allegedly being initiated by former wrestler and current WWE executive Pat Patterson against a number of male employees in that wrestling organization. The previously mentioned reasons have absolutely nothing to do with Bruno Sammartino's actual worthiness and qualifications on being inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. For example, baseball great Pete Rose, who's banned from professional baseball for life because of his involvement in gambling, is an inductee into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Specifically, Rose was the recipient of a quote-unquote pile driver by a pro wrestler named Kane on two different occasions at two different WrestleMania events. Former pro boxing champion Mike Tyson is also an inductee in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, specifically while serving as supposedly objective referee at WrestleMania. Tyson knocked out wrestler Shawn Michaels because he was apparently complaining too much about Tyson's officiating ability. Bottom line, it doesn't really take a whole heck of a lot to get inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. From Bruno Sammartino's perspective, he represented everything you'd ever want or need from a champion of any athletic entity. And he was the pro wrestling champion for the better part of 8 years. Sammartino was never vulgar or disrespectful of his opponent or any other wrestlers. And he was an excellent role model for all the youngsters like yours truly who faithfully followed pro wrestling at that time. Immigrating to the United States from Italy as a teenager, Sammartino would offer remarks in Italian to all his supporters of that nationality. He was a little guy with a body like Mighty Mouse. And even though pro wrestling has always been viewed as quote-unquote fixed, Sammartino fought in an era which wrestlers got bloodied up, sort of like a real street fight. How often do you see a pro wrestler these days bloodied up or bruised up after one of their matches? Also, without the use of steroids, a wrestler's cuts and bruises took a lot longer to heal, which is very demanding on an individual who's traveling and wrestling over 300 plus days per year. But it wasn't exactly McMahon who extended the proverbial olive branch to Sammartino for this Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Apparently, it was McMahon's son-in-law and former wrestler Triple H who convinced Sammartino to be a part of this festivity. Needless to say, I think I'll have more interest in watching the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, which will be free on a regular cable TV station, versus getting WrestleMania the next day for at least $50 on a pay-per-view. Another unfortunate aspect about the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, if you happen to miss it on cable TV the night before WrestleMania, you're basically screwed. Unlike the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, or the Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, there's no tangible building a pro wrestling fan can visit to remember and honor all the inductees of the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE.com does offer a link to all the Hall of Fame inductees, so it's a virtual cyberspace type of thing as opposed to something you can physically walk through. Hold your head up high, Bruno Sammartino. To reiterate Jerry Lawler's earlier comments, absolutely nobody deserves to be inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame more than yourself. Please accept that honor with great dignity, Bruno Sammartino, because he was truly the greatest champion that professional wrestling ever had. Thank you very much. I'm Frank, and I'll see you the next time I see you. Thank you very much.